That's look, it's the online coach in real life. Thanks, sir. You gotta do a spin, let's do it.
What's up, guys? Where am I done with it?
Lions roaring in the morning sun.
Hey.
Searching for a longer day.
It's easy, I'll show you. Hey.
People feeling like the light has just come. We must never stop.
What's up, guys? Tyler Yasuda here at Tytaniumfitness. And I know you guys have been waiting for this footage for a while, and I do apologize for the delay, but as you can probably tell, the video itself is of much higher quality than it's been in the past, and that's because I didn't make this video. I want to start this by saying a huge thank you to Evan Chan for filming, editing, and producing this video. He's also working on a few other videos for me as well, so I don't want you guys to get used to this quality because he's not doing all of my videos, but I can definitely say that you'll have something to look forward to. You know, every once in a while we'll have a really cool video like this. I also want to say a huge thank you to Raymond Candito, the online coach, and the campus gym for hosting us on this day, and a huge thank you to everybody else that came out, all of my athletes that came to visit and to lift. Basically everybody just came to lift with us. It was really cool. For me personally, it was cool to see or to meet some of my athletes who I've been working with for a while, because I see them every week, you know, during our appointments online, but I never met them in person, and it was a little bit surreal, but it was really cool to see them and to see them lift. You'll see shortly Gunner, he's wearing a blue shirt. He pulls, I think, 455 for a pretty big PR. Tankster pulls 405 for a PR, which I think he had actually missed that the week prior, so that was a pretty big victory for him. Sean Miranda, he's been working with me for a while as well. At his last meet last March, he took, I think, 540 something for his third attempt, and on this day he pulled 620 successfully, and then he also attempted 640, which he missed just short of lockout. So he's close to making 100 pounds of progress in less than a year, which is amazing. Also, Nsima, the natty professor, you guys probably know him. Nsima, he pulled 630 for a beltless single, which I think that's a huge PR for him. And what was really cool for me to watch was generally lifting with Nsima, he's a very composed, almost like zen-like lifter. And seeing him get that fired up for a lift was unusual, but it was definitely really cool to see. Now, without making this whole thing too long, I know you guys are probably wondering how I did, and it might be disappointing, but I did not work up to a number that I am proud of. It wasn't even a PR. I got up to 605 for a single. That was my first heavy set. My second calculated number was 650, and I missed. And then I missed again, and one more time, then I called it. The number that I had in my mind, the number that I had calculated for that day, was much higher than that. It was still pretty conservative, but it was much higher than 650. And I think that in this situation, a lot of people, myself included, have this tendency, and I wanted to do this at first as well, there's this tendency to make an explanation or to make an Instagram post or whatever, a list of excuses basically. And that might seem like that's what this is right now as well. But one thing I want to make very clear is that I don't feel the need to explain myself. What I want most of all is for you guys to understand, or for myself right now, to understand that I'm taking responsibility for this. You know, no matter what I did leading up to this day that prevented me from performing the way I should have, that's all on me. You know, it's a series of choices that I made that got me here, that put me in this position to perform poorly. If you look back to, you know, the weeks before deadlift testing, there was a day I played football, tackle football without pads. I rolled my ankle. I was out from training for about a week or so. When I came back, it was time to start tapering already for my deadlift. And the taper started out okay, and then somewhere like maybe halfway through, there was a day there where I just didn't eat or sleep, so I didn't even attempt one of my deadlift sessions, which, you know, that's completely within my control. I just didn't take care of myself. There was another day where I was supposed to work up to 650 for a double, and I missed my second set a bunch of times in a row. And, you know, even the day of this max testing, when I had my first attempt with 650, it's almost as if I didn't take it seriously, or I didn't respect the weight very much, because You guys all know I'm a very emotional lifter, and I get to a certain place before lifting or before attempting a really heavy weight. I didn't really do that for the first attempt because I thought that in my mind I knew there was a heavier lift coming up after that, so I wanted to save myself for that heavier lift. And missing 650 the first time, it really got to me. I would like to say that I'm resilient and I can bounce back from that, but it's not that easy. It got to me, it got in my head, and by the time I realized that I had not taken that first one seriously, I tried the second, I tried the third attempt. It was kind of, too little too late. Even if I got myself emotionally where I needed to be, even if my heart was in it, it was just not enough, I didn't have enough left for that weight on that day. And, I could sit here and tell you guys that, based on training, based on projections or whatever, that should have been an easy weight, and perhaps it should have been, but at the same time, it doesn't matter. If I've never done it, if I can't do it on the day that I need to perform, then it doesn't really mean anything. I don't mean to make it seem like I'm, beating myself up over all this. I do realize that, my first priority is and kind of has to be my business and the whole coaching thing. I want to take care of my team to the best of my ability. I want to continue improving and growing and progressing as a coach and a businessman as best I can. But I also don't want to allow myself that as an excuse. There's no reason why I can't be good at more than one thing. I think a lot of us, myself included, fall into this idea that there's only so much we can do. We set this limit. We just think that, certain things are realistic, certain things are not. And we allow ourselves to just kind of fit that mold. And I don't ever want to be like that. Perhaps the standard that I set myself might be unrealistic sometimes. But if I fall short of that, so what? That just means that at that moment in time, I was not currently ready to be that good at all these things. I just need more time, more practice, more work, and I'll get there eventually. And maybe at this point in my life, this past Saturday when I tested maxx, I was not yet ready to be good at lifting and coaching and running a business and just everything on that day. And honestly, that's on me, I can try harder, I can work harder and progress faster with all of these things, not just one at a time, not just in individual aspects, but all together. I can be a lifter, I can be a coach, I can be a businessman, I can be a friend, I can be a boyfriend, I can be a son, I can be all these things, and I should be able to be all these things and do them well. But I just, I need to be mindful of it, I need to work harder. This failure, if we can call it that, is not just a failure by itself. This is a slap in the face, a reminder to me that I need to make sure that I constantly progress in terms of how hard I can work at all things, not just one aspect of my life. In the past I've struggled with this, where I devote so much of my time and effort to one thing that I become really good at that one thing, and I become okay being bad at everything else. But that's not who I want to be. That might be who I am right now. That's not who I'm going to be for the rest of my life. I promise you that. I promise myself that. Moving forward, I will make sure that I work harder, not just in lifting, not just in business, but in all aspects of my life, so that I can be the strongest person that I can be. And that's about all I have to say, so I'll let you guys enjoy the rest of the video. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, make sure you thumbs up, or subscribe, or comment, or share, or whatever. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks.
just come. We must never stop the way, yeah. Birds chirping and I hear my name, grasping to life. Life is happy but it's so insane. We must merely make a start. Savannah,